Yes, people, big up to all of you, and welcome back to Just a Perspective. Welcome to another pre-game show where we take a look at the manager's selection for the gaming question and discuss or debate whether he's made the right select, he's starting the right 11, or whether certain players should have started over certain players. But that's by the way, we're not gonna even play the intro. We get into it straight away, and the first person in the house is Chelsea Michi. Boo! That man that I don't like at all. Big up Coachella and Panel and Chad. Big up to you too, Richard Boy. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join. Yeah, I don't like the hist either. But please, if you're watching from Vic, everybody in the chat, all of you that haven't subscribed to Meet Your Boys YouTube channel, please go and do so. The same gang of panelists you see here, you see them there. Excellent conversation as always, and always a positive, constructive. You can say there are constructive criticisms and all that. And big up to my bro, Glenn 10. I think I haven't seen you. You've missed the last 3 shows. I hope the case is that you've been busy. If that, I'm happy for you, and I hope you're coping with your situation very well. Big up Coachella, big up Mitchie, and big up the chat, big up to everyone. If you're in the chat, let me know. Are you looking forward to this one? Cowell finally dropped. I don't know if he's ill, but I wouldn't start him anyway. Justice for Kukurea. Even beyond that, I think, he's not been. I think everything depends on the structure, on the application of the structure we see on the screen. But this says we're going with a 4-2-3-1. I think I'm missing in terms of selection. I started Badia Shile over the SSC. In my predicted lineup. But that's, by the way, nice to see you, Vic. Nice to see you, Glenn. Nice to see you, Mitch. I hope you're all doing well. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We have 12 likes already, but we should be doing better than that. Yeah, just 2 on for 4 hours last night. Yeah, you drained the life out of them. But that's, by the way, let's look at the lineup immediately between the sticks of Chelsea, Sanchez. 2 center backs, CN, Thiago Silva, left back, Marco Correa, deservedly so in my opinion, right back, James, 266, Enzo Fernandez, and Moises Caicedo, 10, Conor Gallagher, Starling, left winger, right winger, Cole Palmer, number 9, Nicholas Jackson. And for our bench, let's see who we have there. Alex Matos is on the bench, the right back. Amanda Broya is on the bench. Mihailo Mudryk, Noni Mardek, Leslie Guchiku, Benoit, Badia Shile, Ian Matson, Malo Gusto, Georgi Petrovic. For City, on the bench, they have Jack Grealish, Oscar, Bob, Calvin Phillips, Mateo Kovacic. Kovacic on the bench? Oh, yeah, Mateo Kovacic, Matthias Nunes, Rico Lewis, Scott Carson, Stefan Ortega. Let's see the 2 6s here, Rodri and David Silva. I think Pep looks like he's overthinking it again, but hopefully that's the case. Let's see. What else we have here? Again, it's that time of the year. Says Jerry. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. And for Manchester City, between the sticks, Edison. 2 center backs, Diaz and Akanji. Right back, Kyle Walker, no other. Left back, Vadio. Wow, okay. 2 6s, Silva and Silva and Rodri. 10, Alvarez. Right wing, Phil Foden. Left wing, Jeremy Doku, and number 9, Erling Braut Haaland. I hope I pronounced his middle name correctly. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. If we decide again to vote, we voted already yesterday, so that's why it's not giving us another opportunity to vote. And we have votes of 100,780 votes on the poll, which asks the question: who will win? 53% thinks City, overwhelming 53% thinks City will win, 32% thinks Chelsea will win, and 14% thinks it will end in a draw. No surprise there. We've not been consistent. We win 1 here, lost 2 there, win 1 here, lose 1 there, but they've been winning consistently, and they've lost just a single game this season. Correct me if I'm wrong. In terms of their top scorers, Football rating for Jackson is 7.14. For Erling Haaland is 7.75. Goals scored, Haaland 11 goals, Jackson 5 goals. Haaland with 2 assists and Jackson with 0 assists. Matches played, Haaland has played 11, and Jackson has played 10. But that's by the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And for those of you who are following us on Facebook, I have a secret for you. If you don't mind joining us on YouTube, subscribing to the channel, that will not stop you from following the show on Facebook. But here's the secret. We do a giveaway monthly for our followers who are students. You get to win at least $50 if that's the case. If you emerge the winner, Starling will cost us will cost Chelsea a lot, and that's Nagba Charles Chukwuma. Mr. Chukwuma Chukwu, I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join us. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. From Mr. Chukwuma Chukwu to all of you in the chat. If you haven't, please take a second to drop a like on the stream. I think this lineup for me, I think not bad at all. Silver starting with the SSC, not bad. You can say they have a good. You can say they have a good chemistry between them. But I wouldn't mind Guardiola. But that's by the way that has happened. The only difference for me, I wouldn't mind Mihailo Mudryk over Raheem Sterling in my opinion. But that's just me. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 15 likes. We should be doing better than that. And Mitchell Boy, thanks once again for the donation to the community. Sincerely do appreciate that. So Ty, let's hear you. Big up and welcome to the panel once again. I know you've been busy with your education. What do you make of the lineup? To me, I think that's the strongest. And I'm happy Gallagher isn't playing as one of the 2 6s. To me, he makes a lot of mistakes there. I think playing closer to the final third as a 10, he can create chances too. And plus, I think he can get us goals. But let's say, Ty, what do you make of the lineup?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all right. Yeah, as you said, it's a good lineup. It's not bad on paper. My only concern is that we don't have a central defender or central defense tool that is really quick, and we need players who's going to be attentive. Silva is probably a plus because he's an attentive centre back, but I do have my concerns about Disasi. His distribution has been off recently, and in comparison to the front three or the front four or the attack for Man City, it's one where you have to be on top of the game. You have to be attentive. Doku is one that you have to definitely watch. I think Alvarez is another one because both players have been an integral part of Man City's team whenever they do play. And Doku did madness. I think it was against Bournemouth, or if I'm not mistaken, they got four goals slash assists contribution. So I guess in a sense it's not a bad lineup. There's nothing we could really do better. I know some people may want to see Sugar, and I can agree because we need calmness on the ball. We need someone that's going to look at what passing lane is the best thing to do. But it's not a bad lineup, and it's one where, as you said, Gallagher is playing as a 6, which is a positive. Cole Palmer will obviously have a point to prove against his former club, and he's going to want to be at his highest level in the game. Sterling as well, and hopefully Jackson can build on a hat-trick that he got against Spurs, and hopefully we can give Man City a good game.
Yeah, and again, let's establish something quickly. Playing against your former team can go either way. It can get you to try to do too much. It can cost you to try to do too much and then overdo it and play badly. It can also motivate you to be at your best and then show them what they're missing. So it's not straightforward. It can go either way. So, but good point you made there. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. I appreciate you all. Ty saying big up there. And if you're watching, if you haven't, go check out Ty's YouTube channel. Let's help him get to 2,000 subscribers as soon as possible. We have 16 likes, but I think we should be doing better than that. And let's see what else we have here. People just exchanging pleasantries there. Let's see anything else to address. And JC saying that left side has no pace. Starling Cucurella and Thiago. In fact, the Sissi isn't light and quick. He's not that quick, actually, in my opinion, as well. But still dishing out the slow workers to actual Kai Walker, maybe Poch overcooking. Uh, let's see. We'll find out who's overcooking here, in my opinion. We'll find out soon. And I think their midfield isn't actually that strong. The 260 is there, but let's find out. Rodri is excellent, but I thought it was going to be Rodri and Kovacic. But I think he's going for more of more attack-minded players than ever. Bobby, that's me just saying hi to you. Enzo also operates on that left-hand side. I think if the game starts, Casado will be central, in my opinion. Enzo has the independence to be wherever he deems fit on the pitch to help us control the pace of the game. None of them are fast runners. We can agree with that. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Big up to you too. I appreciate you joining. Lisula is saying hi. So Starling, since his move to London and never plays well against his former against Manchester City. The last time we played against him, I think it was in a cup game. He was really awful. Didn't even lead the team. And you can say at the time we had a lot of players who were looking as if they didn't want to be with us. Let's see. Ty has shared the link to his YouTube channel. Please go check it out. Let's help him get to 2,000 subscribers as soon as possible. We'd really appreciate that. I am doing good. Okay, let's see. Having a good conversation with Knight. But then with Doku starting, I would prefer Gusto to James, who is not 100%. I think by now, James should be 100%. Yeah, I take him. I think he will deal with Doku better, in my opinion. He has more experience than Gusto. Let's see. And City will be concerned about James too. Big up everyone. Today could be the day Chelsea arrive. Yeah, but I wouldn't. Again, I wouldn't. Whatever the outcome ended up, ends up. Whatever happens at the end of the day, it doesn't change my mindset that my perception that we're making progress and we're gonna get better in the future. But nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. What have fullbacks starting in guard? Could be the energy we need. Okay, if he's clinical, Chelsea will win. Great job, sir. Thank you. Google. Thank you, my bro. I appreciate you finding the time to join. Thank you so much. Bobby, let's hear you. You've seen the lineup yourself. Mitch drained the life out of you, and you still found time to join us. Okay, you're still backstage. Bobby, if you can still hear me, I appreciate you finding the time to join us this morning for me. I know it's afternoon for you already. What do you make of the lineup? I don't think. I think it's fine in my opinion. But let's hear you.
To me, the lineup just exacerbates how deplenished we are. This is the best we can do, and this is because we still have our best out injured. We are facing Manchester City, who are almost complete, and we are totally incomplete. And I'll keep stressing that point. I'm not looking for an excuse, but I think that's a fundamental issue. We have not been playing these very good teams with preparedness. And I think it's very significant. This team lineup doesn't inspire me. I don't know what happened with Colwill. Colwill, Cucurella, okay. We did talk a little bit yesterday, and we did say that Cucurella needs to really, really have a good game if he plays. But there's nothing here. This is our deficiency. There's nothing here. I don't really see too much. Sterling, okay, it's needs must really. Jackson, okay, we have to play him. Thank goodness Broja at least is on the bench. So we'll see. Today to me is all about Pochettino's tactics rather than the players themselves. Whereas Man City have the luxury of both, as they always do, the players and the tactics. So we'll wait and see what happens. I think coach has gone off to do something. I can't see the Man City team. I think coach has Is anyone here with me, or has everybody gone off? Or am I
I'm here.
even on the show?
I'm here. I'm wearing the same thing.
Oh, hello, Ty. Yeah, I was wondering if I'm even hooked up. So, okay, you're there. Ty, can you see the Man City team? Because I can't actually see them. Who have they got starting?
They have Guardiola, Akanji, Diaz, Walker, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Doku, Alvarez, Foden, and Haaland.
Yeah, I mean, they
Yeah.
are leaps and bounds, or even on paper, much better team. I don't know what to say about this game. We're weak. I don't look at this Chelsea lineup as a strong team. We're weak, and it's because that's all we've got. Look at them, Ikanji. They have pace at the back. They have power. They have height. They have. So is Rodri on the field? Is he? Is he there? Did you call out Rodri, Ty?
Yeah. Rodri's playing. Rodri
Is there? Forget it.
and Rodri and Silva are their two sixes.
Yeah, forget it. I mean, it's a much superior team. They have their players out, fit, ready to go. We're always patching up. We're always making do. We're always playing without this, without that. Do you know what happened to Colwell? Is he dropped out of choice or out of injury?
I'm trying to see why that is. I'm not sure. I would like to think so the selection, but because I think he's on the
Yeah.
bench.
No, he's not even on the bench.
I'm gonna.
From what I'm seeing, he's
He's not
not
on the
even on.
bench.
No, from what I saw, I don't know, but he's not there. It might. It might.
Yeah.
I mean, it could still be out of choice, but the fact is, this is makeshift. We're
All right.
makeshift. Look at our bench. Brozier
Can you
returning
guys
from injury. Sorry, coach, are you there?
No, Cole is
yeah,
not
can you
there. Cole is not.
know
Yeah, Colwell's not on the bench. No,
what is
coach, we
going
were
on here?
wondering where you went to. Are you there?
Oh, okay. I think my audio I'm not sure what happened. In the middle of the show, it just stopped working, but hopefully you guys can hear me now. Just quickly, the bench. Colwell is not even he's not even on the bench for us. Alex Matos, Amanda Broya, Mihailo Mudrik, Nonima Deka Leslie, Kuchiku Benwell, Badeshile, Ian Matson, Malagusto, and George Petrovic, and Colwell isn't listed as injured. So I'm not sure what happened. But I think I'm still fine with Kukurea playing the left back position. Going forward, we need to integrate Badiashile into the starting 11 very soon. After Silva, he's the best centre back we've got. I don't trust the Sassi or rate him. I rate the Sassi, but I think Badiashile is more cool headed. And can also, he's the one that's capable of taking on that Thiago Silva mantle and leading the back line effectively. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long
Oh,
way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show.
honestly,
Enzo
coach.
and Casado have done it at Liverpool. Please, fans believe we can get a result. Our
Coach.
performance is the least we ask. I want to see a spirited performance. But let's see
Yeah.
how that goes today. Bobby, quickly, I'll come back to you in a bit.
So
We only really have Nkunku out injured. We aren't missing. You can say we aren't missing that many players right now, and I think we
we
can.
are.
Right now, we're good enough to actually get a result today. The only difference is that they were rehearsed. We're not as much rehearsed as they are. We aren't missing much at the moment. Who else would you have started? Badia Chile,
Barney.
maybe, and that's it. No one, no more injury excuses, please. I think we have a good enough team to win, but the difference is that they were rehearsed. We're not. Bobby, go ahead. You were saying something.
You see, our injuries have been out for so long that people don't even remember them. They don't remember
Uh,
how effective and how it impacts a team to lose someone like Carney, and how it affected us against West Ham when he went off. We haven't seen Nkunku, so we don't talk about it. We don't realize the option of having Lavia. We don't talk about it. Look, we're deficient. Our team looks weak. Look at our team and look at their team. We're the weaker team, on paper at least. Everything today is down to the tactics of Pochettino, if he can even manage to get these tactics. I think it's delusional to have too much hope, but football is a funny game. You know, you can throw up things that will surprise you, and that's where I'm hedging my bets. But to
hmm.
say, you know, with any conviction that we're in for, or we're on a level playing field with this team, it's just not realistic.
In my opinion, the only aspect that we're not on a level playing field with them is just that they were rehearsed and we're not. I think we have some talents there, but let's see what happens. City team is on the
I
screen.
love that.
Yep. Hello,
I love that.
hello to you too, Constantin. Then always nice to see you, brother. We will play a 4-2-3-1 soon. With Nkunku and Cold Palmer linking up, and if Mauricio gets some game time on the left, let's see. I think that's the structure we're actually playing. We're told. Chipchilla, nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Coach isn't. I wasn't on mute. Something just all of a sudden the computer start. The mic stopped working. I didn't know what. I had to switch the channel for it to start working. But thank you guys, appreciate that. Let's see. And Shrey, nice to see you, Shrey. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. If you're watching, if you haven't, go check out Shreya's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. A good content creator. Let's help him get to 2,000 as soon as possible. He's been doing really, really well, covering even the women's
That
game in
is
total.
very true. Very, very
Badia
true.
Chile is fit enough to start, but I understand the Sassi starting because he's been playing with Silva. That makes sense. Badia Chile will take time to, you can say, develop chemistry with whoever he gets paired with. We don't want to disrupt the chemistry they've built, but I still don't trust the Sassi. You can say that, but I would start Badia Chile over him in my opinion. But your argument makes sense. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with not feeling confident, to be honest. A lot of people aren't. If you take a look at the poll, you'd see that a lot of people don't think we'll have a chance. And that's when I usually think we'll get a good result. A shoulder injury for Colwell. Yep, Eddie has shot. Eddie did share something with me a few seconds ago saying Levi Colwell had a slight discomfort in his shoulder after challenge in training and is out as a precaution. Okay, let's see. Afternoon, guys. Sicilian Defense, nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join. We will have a moment in game. Must make sure to use them effectively, but I don't have much confidence in Sterling when it comes to counter-attacks. Yep, we will get opportunities to score. We better be clinical because if they get theirs, they'll put it away. So we need to take our chances. We will get chances, but we need to take those chances. Hopefully, you will enjoy a delicious breakfast by the time the game ends. And I promise, if you've seen my Twitter, my tweet or my X post saying if we beat them, we will do a cash giveaway when we review the game. And this is saying Levi Colwell had a slight yap with our dress test, but thank you again for presenting it there. A draw is possible if we take our chances. I cannot see us keeping a clean sheet against clean sheet and keeping City out. Hopefully, Haaland has one of those games where he's not in game. Yep, where whatever he doesn't work. I hope to see that. Come on, Connie is not even a soccer. You're having a conversation there. I'm going to move on from that one. Yeah, Dan out. Dan, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join. But where is Guardiola on the bench? He's on the bench, so probably might get a chance to play today. Sanchez is our fastest player on the pitch. Really, I didn't know that. Let's see, not Gallagher. Let's see what else we have here. Just having a conversation there. Badia Schiller shouldn't start as we've done. Want him getting injured again. He's back. He's been back for a while now. Big up everyone. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Still having a conversation there. Sanchez a sprint against Brentford was clocked around 22 miles per hour. An hour, okay. That's one of our fastest this season. Mudryk and Van de Veen levels. Wow. Okay, let's see. We are getting 3 points. Maxwell Chelsea thinks that we're getting 3 points. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 28 likes. We should be doing better than that. Let's see. Very smart coach picking. Very smart coach picking. If we beat Man City to give away, yeah. It can happen. It's very possible. Yeah. On paper, they're the favorites. We are the underdogs, and I like it when we are the underdogs. Big up to you two people. Let's hear you are tied. Any player, what player should we look out for? Both sides. Let's hear you.
Okay. For me, I would say for I'm gonna say Palmer and Enzo for Chelsea, and I'm gonna say Doku and what's his name, Alvarez for Man City.
Doku and Alvarez. Here's what
Yeah.
gives me confidence here. I think since Casado started playing for us, we don't have that sort of situation where we have lots of space, a lot of space in outside our 18-yard box, which gives it's a clinical players the opportunity to shoot. I think Casado is good at closing players down quickly like this. We had a serious issue before last season where that led to us conceding too many goals from outside the box. And against Arsenal at home, what's his name? Odegaard exploited that very well. But I think we're different now in terms of I don't think Alvarez will get a lot of space to shoot from
The
outside the
thing,
box.
the
I
thing
think
is, Doku.
if they score today, they will work for it. But let's hear you, Ty.
The thing is for me, against Spurs, I think Casado made a few mistakes though because he was the goal. Well, even though it was given, I think the goal was given offside. The build up to the goal that Son scored was offside. That pass, I think it was Brendan Johnson. He received the ball from a throw, and Casado didn't he wasn't marking or he wasn't tied to the player, so that gave him the space. I'm actually hoping that that is worked on because yes, that's one of the reasons why we signed Casado. He's one of those players. He's aggressive. He's one that he tries to close down plays, and he's made a name for himself by doing that. Sitting deep as well to facilitate the back line. But
Mm.
I hope that he improves on that because I still think that in a sense he still has some way to go in terms of what he's offering to Chelsea. Yes, his distribution isn't bad. It's actually good, and I don't think many people were expecting that from him. But I do think and hope that that works. But I get your point about the space, and we don't play much of a high line. We try to we play a bit high, but it's not very high. And in a sense, if this is the structure we're using, then I'm actually confident that we can have a very low block at times and when it's necessary because this is a formation that can become a hybrid 4-3-3 or even a back five.
Yeah, I do agree with you. We do play high line, but you can say in a balanced manner, for lack of a better term. This is the kind of game you win or ugly. I don't care about the performance. Just get 3 points. United and Liverpool won. Brentford and Brighton dropped points. Now is the time. Did Brighton drop points? I think I predicted that we're going to end. That game will end in a draw. So they dropped points. All right. Let's see, Jersey. Let's hear you. But before I ask, let me ask Bobby this question, Jersey. I'll come to you to get your thoughts on the lineup, Bobby. What players should we watch, and why? Let's hear you, Bobby, if you're there.
Coach, this is why I always support you, because you're very level-headed, very strong, and you're a Chelsea guy. I'm a very strong Chelsea optimist, but honestly, I'm struggling to find where the impetus is going to come from in this Chelsea team. Who are the players to look out for? I'm just looking at City, Alvarez, Haaland, Rodri, of course, Silva. There's so much potential for fluidity. Where is our impetus going to come from? Are we fluid? No. Do we pass the ball quickly? No. Do we strike? No. Do you use our chances? No. I don't want to sound too negative,
No, no, I
but
understand. Your point is understandable.
yeah,
I have to be honest with you. Go ahead.
I'm reaching. I'm really reaching in my mind and in my logic. And people are saying, "Oh, we're going to play low block. We're going to do this. We're going to." I can't see what we can do. Not from the way we play, the fact that we're so ill integrated. We're not a rehearsed team. Our injuries are not even there, and those that are returning are still struggling. James is not really fully fit. Brozier on the bench. I just, who am I looking out for? I don't know. Alvarez. I've always liked him. I want him at Chelsea, to be honest.
Yeah, you always preached that we should go, and I was telling you
Yeah.
they're never gonna sell him, and now
Well, we
he's playing.
didn't. He's playing at the moment, but we didn't even try. Sometimes you have to be a little bit cheeky and drop the bomb. But it's okay. We didn't want to play that game, and it's fine. But I can't see. Is it our coach? Is Pochettino tactically more astute than Guardiola? No. I mean, I'm struggling today. I'm praying for a miracle. I'm praying we suddenly watch this game and football becomes the game that we all know and love.
Let me
I don't
ask you
know
this,
what to
Bobby,
say.
since you're still
Yeah.
there. Whenever you feel like this, uh, usually what outcomes do you witness or experience? Do we usually win when you feel like this, or do we lose games when you feel like this?
There have been many games we've played where I didn't fancy us, but somewhere along the line, I could see some pockets of strength that, oh, if this happens, maybe we could do it. One of which was the Champions League final against City. I didn't fancy us, but I thought, okay, look, we've got some pivotal players. We have Kante, we have Rudiger, we have Giroud, who could always get you a goal. You have those things that you say, okay, these are above average players that can give this team a big problem. I'm looking at this Chelsea team. I'm wondering, well, who's going to do it? Is it Sterling? No. Is it Jackson, who isn't even actually a striker? No. Is it Brozier, who's still coming back from injury? Unlikely. Where is the impetus going to come from? Where is it? Or is it quite simply because we are still getting used to the qualities of this team that we don't yet know? I don't know, but I'm not looking forward to this because I have deep concerns, and I'm hoping that this team, I tell you what, if this team allays my concerns in this match and does something that I totally did not expect, I would finally say, okay, we're on to something quite quite tremendous here. But this is all wishful thinking, and I hate going into a match with wishful thinking. I'm sorry to sound so down, but this is how I'm seeing it. I'm wishing. I'm wishing
Honestly, I
too
have to say
much.
this. This is the most I've seen you be negative in
Yeah, I've
before a
got to
game.
say, and that's
Um,
because I'm wishing, and I don't like it. I don't like
yeah,
to go into games wishing because it doesn't speak well of your team. So let's see what happens.
yeah. If anything, the lesson learned from the Tottenham game is that, yeah, anything can happen. You cannot script football. We have the talent, My only concern is just that we're not well rehearsed at this point. We have an entirely new squad, and we're still getting used to each other. But I understand how you feel, Bobby. Let's see what happens. I think we'll give a very good account of ourselves, and let's see what happens. Let me just leave it at that. And saying, Coachella, you must not tap in affirmatively when Bobby asks you next time. Am I overdoing it? It's a negative thing. Just go away. A lot of people are concerned. They can't believe that that was Bobby speaking, but I can understand where his concerns are coming from. This is the most negative and down I've heard Bobby before, which means he's truly concerned. Coach, we agree that your stream is not going to be played on the radios in that dressing room today before the game, and it's not happening. I think we're still abiding for that. We'll still abide by that agreement. Bobby, how about we focus on how we can get something out of this with the current starting 11? I think we can. We honestly can.
This is what I'm trying to focus on, and
Mhm.
I'm hoping, I'm wishing, and that makes me feel very uncomfortable. However, football, you're only as good as your next game, and football, happens when it happens, and we have to wait for the game to start. But honestly, the way I feel now, I will be lying to you if I said I'm confident. So
Mhm.
let them change my mind.
Yeah, I mean, you have every right to feel the way you're feeling, and it's understandable. The prince is here. Big up my their family. Do we have a hope in this match? Absolutely. No, and only if we are perfect in every department. But with Poch, you don't think. Okay, let's see what happens today. Nobody gives. Nobody trusts the manager. Bobby had a late night. He's tired. Maybe, according to Michi, maybe that's the case. And please, once more, go check out TyTalks YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. Let's help him get to 2,000 subscribers as soon as we can. Let's see. The princess in the house. Michi boy, I think so too. Man, he's tired. We need to pick these players up, and also Bobby. We need to, and the players also need to do their best to pick Bobby up. Michi, don't keep him up before games next time. Let's hear you, Jerry Z.
Oh dear.
Thank you for finding the time to join the show. I appreciate you, brother. You know that fully well. Let's hear you, Jerry Z. What do you make of the lineup, and what players should we watch out for, and why? Let's hear you, Jerry Z. And
Good
let
morning,
us know, are
coach.
you confident? Or maybe you peeing in your pants right now. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I think you read that, right? So, uh, I have been confident from the first game up till the last game. But for this one, I'm not so confident. But having said that, it's not that I'm not giving Chelsea any chance. We do have a chance. The whole thing is that if you have seen me or observed me, like I do give the perspective, the analysis, and how the certain teams play, how they can take advantage, or the midfield battles or the duels, or how some teams can play a certain formation. But for this one, I'm so unsure, and this is because we don't have a pattern yet, right? Our team is new. We are still discovering as a fan or as an analyst what Chelsea is all about. One week is something, another week is different. One thing we know so far with this, I won't say a very small sample size, but it is small. Playing like good teams, we have played 3 good teams. So for the good teams, it's still a small sample size. Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham. So we have played really good at home against Liverpool and Arsenal. But the thing is that Tottenham, although we won, I won't say, because I disagree with the people who said that we were pathetic or very bad. Yes, we didn't play the best game, but we were good enough and mature to win the key moments in the Tottenham game. But the first 15 minutes were concerning in that game. You know how Tottenham were so easily dominating, and running between the lines. So that's why it's difficult to analyze. Like as Bobby said, as you asked him the question, same for me. Like I tried to come up with some pattern, with something. Of course, we can always say we can do this or do that. It's so easy to say, right, sitting here. But realistically, how we can take advantage, what we can do, because of course if you're seeing one-sided, Chelsea can do this, we can do this, Enzo can do this, it's easy, we can place this formation, we can stop them in the midfield, etc., XYZ. But we have to see the other team as well, right? So when we take the whole picture into the account, the Manchester City strength and what they are capable of, so it's difficult to see like where we can take advantage. But again, like we have most of us have seen are following football for many years, and we know that we don't a team doesn't necessarily, and on many occasions, don't have to be better than the other team to win the game. So in that context, we can win. In my opinion, the most important thing is, especially in the starting moments, 15 to 25 minutes, we don't concede a goal. I think that will be the key. If Chelsea start like how Tottenham started and they score 2 goals in the first 15 minutes, right? It's over. So we have to be very careful in the start. If we somehow it's 30 minutes, it's 0-0. I'm just painting a picture, right? Because we all don't know. So it's 30 minutes 0-0, then we can believe the belief of the players can enhance, then we can come in the game, right? Because 30 minutes is 0-0. So we have to be most important thing is defense over here, right? Because we are not scoring goals. So we cannot afford to concede. And as you asked the question about which players we have to look for in City, we can name the whole team, but if we have to pick a few, of course, Haaland and Alvarez.
You can just give us two from there.
Haaland and Alvarez, or Rodri, if you say three. We all talk about Haaland, and of course he is amazing. Like we know how deadly he is as a striker in Dortmund. His first season with Manchester City, so he's still 23. And probably the best striker in the world, like but Julian Alvarez, as Bobby said about Julian Alvarez, I was also in the summer was when we were talking which player we should get because it was unrealistic. I was also saying Julian Alvarez would best suit the system and the Pochettino style as well. He is Sergio Aguero 2.0 in my opinion. He many people forget about him because it's Haaland, right? In I won't say all the team, but in most of the big teams, Julian Alvarez will start as the first striker, So he's that good. He's playing with Haaland, right? So and now this season he's starting regularly. He is more technical. I'm not saying like he score more goals, he can score more goals, but he's a complete footballer. He's more technical. And one more thing is that he is great from shooting from the range. He can shoot from the range, right? So it's another attribute. So that's why they have so many players with unbelievable attributes, with quality that we all know. So that is why it's so difficult. But I'm still like praying, and as Bobby said, there's power in the prayer, which I believe, and hoping that we can do something. And I would like to conclude that I will sit and try to learn the team. This is the game which I'm telling myself just to relax, have no expectation, and keenly observe the team, because in this game we can really observe the team where we are, and realistically we can just relax and see the team. So any result apart from a Man City win will be a surprise. So I'll be really happy with the draw. If we win, I'll celebrate definitely.
All right. A lot of people didn't give us a chance against Tottenham, but we'll find out. Let's see. Ooh, I like saying your name. Ooh, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join. We're all tired. I'm tired too. I had to drive my wife to the airport. We will win a 2-1. Okay, I hope so. I like that, but we'll see. Okay, let's start a positive twist. I see on that picture, Enzo Casado, Palmer, Gallagher, and that square of players in midfield is a bang world class. You can say that, yeah. We have a Jackson in him with trust. Yeah, Jackson is a good player. He just, again, with time, he will become even more clinical, in my opinion. I am looking objectively. Our right side is world class, and they can throw punches against anyone. And I think the 11 we have can beat anything, in my opinion. The only issue, I'm going to say this again, is that we're not well rehearsed as Man City are. in my opinion. Yeah, I get it right now. Even Pep knows that. And there's no, don't count us out until the man in the middle blows the final whistle. Then we'll talk about what side won. In my opinion, you know what? I think it's time for some Harry. Yeah, that one you showed me, right? That one you showed me. Okay, let's hear that. And if you go to the boat, when you arrive to Chelsea Perspective, go right to the bottom, the recommended channels row. You'll see Mitchy Boy's YouTube channel there. And anybody I recommend, go check out that person's YouTube channel. Believe me, I don't just recommend channels for the sake of it. We have Mitchy Boy there. We have Chelsea Sessions there. Almighty Blues there. Those are people I trust as content creators. Go check out Mitchy Boy's YouTube channel. You will see the link if you go to Chelsea Perspectives homepage. Scroll to the row where I say where you see recommended channels. Go check out his YouTube channel. Honestly, I don't trust this. I prefer Thiago and Badiashile, but Thiago, you can say right now, have a better chemistry with the Sassi right now. The manager would have to probably would like to see this Badiashile and Thiago Silva play together. But don't worry, Badiashile has a future at Chelsea. I'm quite sure he's the one that will take on that mantle of leadership for our defensive line from Thiago Silva because of his ball playing intelligence, his ability to read the game, passing range, and everything. We'll find out. Our midfield is starting to click, so that part is fixed. We are clumsy at the top, but the quality is there. It's simple as that. And that's, by the way, a delicious comment. The quality is there. All we need is, you can say, once the players become properly bedded, things will start. Everything will, you can say, once everything falls into place, will be a force to reckon with. Glenn, more like gin tonic time. Go enjoy those. Exactly. You should see the drink. I was thinking it would have been a nicer starting without Jackson, just like we played against Arsenal. I think Jackson would trouble them very well. I think we're good. Jackson, here's the thing. I get it. Jackson did not start against Arsenal, but the truth remains, he actually prefers a fluid approach. I get it. Your thinking probably will be that, we were more fluid on the day in his absence. No, he can be fluid. Just let him be Jackson. And you see him moving to the left, to the right, centrally, and sometimes even in a deeper position. Jerry, just give me one minute, bro, if you don't mind. Sir. We are a team. We as a team are not complete, but certainly not a bunch of fools either. Yeah. You could say underrate us at your own peril. I think I will take an extra. Okay, Chelsea going to win 3-1 heading to Brian Simiyu. Brian Simiyu, nice to see you. Please, if you're just joining us, drop a like on the stream and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The likes do go a long way. In football, anything can still happen, and we must 100% be ready. Yep, you cannot script football. And Michi, if you go to the homepage of Chelsea Perspective, your channel is number 3. I think as one of the number 3 or 4 as one of the recommended channels. The numbers don't mind. And if every channel there all are recommended. But that's, by the way. Let's hear you, Jersey. You wanted to say something.
Yes, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask you, like, as we are all trying to figure out, I'm sure that you must have thought about this game. So how do you see us, like, taking an advantage? How do you see us, like, where we can, like, hurt them or take advantage? Do you think it will come down to the battle of the midfield? Did you think about it? Or is there any way, is there anything that is in your mind tactically that we can do in this game to win?
I'm actually more concerned about the flanks than the midfield. I think we're okay in the midfield area. Honestly, I just as Jerry Z said in the chat there, I think we've clicked. The midfield have clicked, but we're still a bit clumsy in the attacking phase, in my opinion. I think we'll be fine. But the only thing is that because of lack of experience, you see us, you can say, I think we'll start this game shaky. Because these are kids, probably afraid of the Man City players. I think they will be shaky. But if we can hold on without conceding of the first 15 minutes, then I think we'll be good. That's how I see it. Ty, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
That's a very important aspect of it, and you have to go with hope. And I know Bobby would have said that he's having to hold on to hope and wishful thinking in a sense, but I mean that's all we can do. I mean, in terms of comparison between the two teams, it's not rocket science, it's common knowledge. Man City have players who have played together. They're a well drilled team. They're a team that has chemistry. So in a sense, I mean, barring the fact that Doku's there and Guardiola are the new additions from the summer, they have a team that are accustomed to playing together. They're fluid. But I in a sense, if Chelsea are just able to do what is asked of them, and to stick to their game plan, if it's effective, then I don't see why an outcome that favors the club happens or doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna come to Bobby in a bit. Yeah, Prince, welcome back. And then Michi Boy has shared new stream tonight. Yeah, Mitty will be streaming later tonight. At what time exactly? You should be specific with the time, Mitchy. Please be sure to be there. Jameson Palmer will be cooking a right flank coach. Yeah, I believe you. Now we are narrowing down the clumsy circle. Please ask Starlin and Jackson to get out of it, and all will be fine. Okay, let's see. Jameson Palmer, I think I've read that one to you. Had it twice in there. Belgian pundits are saying that we should isolate Haaland, have him on an island. Man's a bloody Viking. He will probably swim over. Let's see. Here's the thing. I think that's isolate him. But how do you do that? You isolate Haaland by stopping the supplies. Yep. If you can stop the supplies, Haaland will not get a goal. He's not that sort of player that can produce something out of nothing, like score a solo goal. I don't know if he scored. I haven't seen any that he scored, in my opinion. Isolate him, you stop the supplies. If you try to mock him, the supplies will come. And as long as the supplies come, Haaland will score goals. So isolating Haaland simply means stopping the supplies. It's as simple as that. I hope we're able to do that. Cannot stand these pundits. Yeah. Is Gallagher playing 10? Palmer and Heston. Inshallah, tactics. Heston. For me, Gallagher playing 10. I prefer him playing there than playing in the as one of the 2 6s. I think he'd make a lot of mistakes there. I think it's better off playing as a 10. And we know who runs the whole thing there. We know Palmer runs the show there in the attacking area in terms of creating chances. But even Gallagher does create chances. I think he's topping one of those topping the chance created, in my opinion. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along. But for me, if Casado does a number on Rodri, City will be vulnerable. You can
Okay,
argue
coach.
that.
Coach
Yeah.
Bobby Guy in the chat. So I'll catch you guys in half.
All right. Talk to you later,
Good luck.
brother. All right.
Enjoy.
I will need to do that for you, coach. You don't have to. Here's the thing. I want you, Ty, and I think somebody. I'm not going to say who. Somebody is planning to launch his own channel soon. That person, Tobeho, also. I think I have to add Tobeho to that list. But I need to take off a few who's not been one has not been active, so I have to take him off. And I've reshuffled it actually. But the list don't matter. I changed it after I had Tyrone, coach, something like that. But he knows I love him. Bro, none of our defenders can compete with Haaland. Has he not played against us before? Brisket. And where have you been, by the way? He's played against us before. And it was Koulibaly and Thiago Silva. They dealt with him effectively. Who says I think the game would be hard for Chelsea? We cannot compete with them in the midfield. In the midfield, I think we'll be fine. But here's I'm going to say this again because we have a very, very young squad. I think it will be a shaky. We'll have a shaky start, and hopefully that shaky moment period we don't concede. Bobby, let's hear you. How can we beat them? I get it. You're not too optimistic, but just
No.
try. Just try. Say
Yeah.
something. What can we do to beat them?
Well, first of all, you were talking about cutting off the supply to Haaland and possibly even Alvarez. I'm not too sure how we'll do that with the likes of Doku and Grealish marauding around. Look, as I said, I'm reaching. I'm full of just wishful thinking. However,
Mhm.
what concerns me in this game is that I can't actually speak with any conviction about what we're going to do. What Jerzy said was very, very interesting and something I take 100% on board. And I think this is a game to observe the team because we don't know the team. We don't know their capabilities really. We just see their flaws. But what are they able to do? What can they do to City? Well, in my opinion, there's too much emphasis on Cole Palmer. And, they know Cole Palmer. He knows them, but they know him. And they've got very experienced and savvy and rehearsed players in the form of Rodri and what's the name of the other guy, the defender? Oh gosh, I've forgotten his name. But they are a threat in every player all over the pitch. What can we do? Well, the secret lies in midfield for us, as far as I'm concerned. If we can somehow manage to win the midfield battle, if we move the ball quickly for a change
Mhm.
and keep our passing sharp, incisive, and look to break their lines, especially when they come and press us high, then we can have some joy. Can we keep them out? Well, that's left to be seen. Is the Sassy and Silva the people to keep them out? I'm not on the Sassy is no good bandwagon. I think he's very good. I think the handicap in defense is Silva because he's slow. He slows everything down. We don't need that today. We need crisp, fast movement to get their heads turning. And if they're turning, they'll have something to think about. If we don't give them something to think about, then City's going to rule the roost. But if
All
we
right, we
keep
have to run.
them,
We have to run, Bobby. Well, it's 29. Just probably not less than a minute before it's out. But go ahead. Just let
Just
you drop.
one last
Mhm.
statement. If we keep them thinking and worried about what we can do to them going the other way, well, you never know. Football's a funny game, and maybe, just maybe, we might have a miracle today.
All right, Constantine. No halftime show today. Do we have two players whose name starts with F? That way, if we put Palmer right wing, we have FFP City Kryptonite, and then they will panic. Modern City. I am only scared of Anthony Taylor. Yeah. Yep. This is C is slow, Thiago Silva, and all that. All right, people. See you guys. Go enjoy the game. See you when we do the preview. God bless us all, and bye.